Girlies, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are finishing off the Life on the Dance Floor series. So I have already reviewed the other 3 palettes that come from the Life on the Dance Floor collection by Makeup Revolution. I believe it is their Christmas palettes, which is why it's all sparkly and beautiful. So I have already done the other 3 and I will link them down below in case you want to catch up and check them out. But today's review is all about the Sparklers palette, which is the colourful palette out of the collection. I've been dying to review this, so I've saved the best till last, and here is the inside. Very colourful, and as you can see I've gone for a very colourful look. I was dying to use the greens. I have already used like the purples in another look, and I will try insert a picture of that look throughout the video. And now this is the second look I've created, and so far I absolutely love this palette. So if you would like to see a tutorial, swatches and a review of this palette, then definitely keep on watching. Oh, and also I swatched the lipsticks that come with the collection. These ones are £3 each. So I have already done a look with this palette, and I used the pink, the purple, the dark green on my outer V. So I have used a couple colours in here and then 2 shimmer colours on my lid. I did really like how they applied. They are really pigmented, however they are a little bit powdery, so you literally need the smallest amount or you will get a lot of fallout. I know this palette looks very intimidating, you know, just looking at it, but it does have like a whole top row of neutrals, and then the rest of the palette is very colourful. So I do like the look of this palette. It is very creative. You do get a lot of colourful matte shades as well for your crease and transition, which I love. So the first shade I'm going to take as a transition is this kind of peachy shade right here, and it is called Closer, and I'm just going to use this in the crease to help the green blend into something. This shade does have glitter. I didn't know that, but it's alright. I think by the time I'm done with the look it's not gonna be noticeable, I hope. I do wish they kind of left this colour matte, because it is the only kind of base or transition colour that everyone can use, and it has big silver glitter in it. So the next colour I'm going to take is called Beg for More, and we are going straight in with the lime green. Let's see how this applies. So I'm just going to also put this straight into the crease. So the colour is definitely there, however there is a lot of powder kind of flying around. It's blending out really nicely though, and it's definitely showing up. Okay, so for a drugstore green, that is actually really nice. It's not patchy at all. It's built up beautifully. I like the color. Now I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is the deep dark green, and it's called Got Back. And I'm just gonna put this, I know this shade is super pigmented because I've used it before. I'm just gonna put it straight onto the outer V and a little bit into the crease. But I'm not gonna carry it as far in as the last green. So that is just one layer of that dark green, and as you can see it's very pigmented. Now I'm just going to take a tiny bit of the light green again and just help blend the edges. And then for the lid, I really wanted to take this shade, which is called Hot Mess, but I really don't know if it's going to go with my look. It's quite blue. So the only other option is this light green, and it's called Dazzle. I think this shade might blend in a bit too much unless I mix these 2 shades together. That could work. So first I'm going to take Hot Mess, and I'm just going to tap this straight onto the lid. Super pigmented. My plan is to top it with the other light green and see what, you know, turns up. Doesn't look too bad. I'm not hating it. So I'm going to top it with the light green now, which is called Dazzle. I'm just going to tap it straight on top. Oh, I like that. I like that. I'm just going to take this brush, no extra product, and kind of blend the edges. Oh, I really like that. Okay. I love the shimmers in this palette. By the way, they're not wet. I'm literally using my dry fingers. So I can only imagine if you wet these eyeshadows, they would be insanely pigmented. Oh, I love this look. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. I'm loving it like this. And then I think lastly, I'm going to take a dab of the dark green again, which is called Got Back, and just top up the outer V to make it nice and smoky. And then last but not least, for my inner corner, I'm going to take this shade here called Razzle. And it is this light silvery shade. I think it's the only kind of inner corner appropriate shade, because the other lighter shades, oh yeah, you have this kind of pinky peach color as well. But I'm gonna take the silver because I think it will go gorgeous with the green. Wow, so pigmented. I never wear a silver inner corner. It just doesn't go with my skin tone, but it definitely goes with the eye look. Okay guys, so that is the eyeshadow look using the Makeup Revolution Life on the Dance Floor Sparklers palette. Now I'm going to go off camera, do my lashes, my concealer, powder, all of that jazz, and I'll come back to swatch the lipsticks and give you guys my final thoughts on the palette, so I'll be right back. Okay girlies, and I'm back. So here we have the finished look. I know I'm like kind of all over the place in terms of colours. My hair's like bluish purple, my outfit is silver, my eyes are green, but hopefully you can look past that and just look at the makeup. So let's go ahead and swatch these lipsticks. So it comes with 3 lipsticks in the collection. They retail for £3 each. You get a black called 4 AM, you get a really dark red called Funk You, and then you get a really dark, it looks like an almost purple, called Twerk. So let's go ahead and try them on. I'm going to start with the red because it looks like the lightest shade, and of course I doubt all of the lipsticks will go with my eye look. I think with this red I'm probably gonna look like a Christmas tree. Super pigmented. Okay, so here we have the shade Funk You. It is a really dark red. I do wish it was more of a satin slash matte finish like the black is, but this is definitely more of a creamy finish. You can see the shine. I doubt it's going to dry down. So this is what it looks like. I love the color. I just wish the formula was more matte. So here's a swatch of Funk You on my hand, and then this is what it looks like on my lips. Next we're going to go in with the shade Twerk. Let me just do a swatch for you. This is also a creamy finish, and it is like a almost black purple. It kind of reminds me of that MAC Cyber shade that everyone used to go crazy for back in the days. So let's try it on. So I guess the black in the collection is the only matte finish slash satin finish. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's definitely not as shiny as these ones. My problem is when colors are this dark and they are really creamy, they tend to just slide all over your teeth, all over your face, outside of your lip line. It's just not my type of thing. Usually when I go this dark, I do a liquid lipstick, so I know it's not gonna go anywhere. Okay, so here we have the shade Twerk. I am absolutely obsessed with the color. It is that really dark purple that it almost looks black, but once again the finish is just not for me. It's way too shiny and way too kind of creamy. I feel like if I went away for 5 minutes and came back, you'd find it all around my chin, especially because I have such big lips. If I like pucker up or do anything crazy like that, my lip touches my nose by accident, and you know, it just goes everywhere. But I do really like the shade, and for £3, if you want to try this shade out on your skin tone, the packaging is gorgeous, the color is gorgeous. I mean, for £3 is definitely a bargain. So let's move on to the last shade, which is kind of my favorite, and it is the shade 4 AM, and it is just a straight up black. Yes, the formula is definitely a lot more drier. You can probably see from the swatch there is no sheen on this one, but for a black it is super pigmented. So let's go ahead and apply it. And I do like this color the most with my eye look that I have today. Okay, so here we have the shade 4 AM, and it does look a little bit shiny, so it's leading me to believe it is more of a satin finish than a straight up matte. And yeah, this is definitely my favorite shade out of the collection. For £3 you get a matte black lipstick. You can't ask for more in my opinion. Now let me give you my thoughts on the palette. Now if you do love very colorful out there looks like me, you love to experiment with makeup, experiment with colors, this is definitely a great drugstore colorful palette. Like I said, I've tried loads of colorful drugstore palettes, and in the end I kind of just decided not to buy anymore because they were never any good. I always found that the more you paid with colorful eyeshadows, the better the quality in terms of pigmentation, vibrancy, non-patchiness, all of those things. It's usually the more expensive brands that kind of cover tick. But I definitely feel like this palette is a gem in the drugstore for colorful people. So if you do love colorful eyeshadows and you're wondering if these are any good, because just like me girl, you've been burnt by the drugstore before, I'm here to tell you it is beautiful. As you can see on my eyes, they are very vibrant, and it literally took me like 5 to 10 minutes to make this eye look. They're very easy to work with. Like I said, you do have the row of neutrals at the top, but if you're buying this palette, I highly doubt it you're buying it for neutrals. So yeah, that is my thoughts on the Sparklers palette. Definitely worth the 10 quid. Okay girlies, so that is everything for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it so much if you subscribe to my channel. I'm also holding a 50k giveaway right now. Anyways, enough rambling. Thank you so much for watching girlies, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Bye.